Good morning, student. Hope you all are fine. So today we are going to learn NCRT question answer of chapter 4 heat. So we have already discussed about the heat. So many topic we have discussed. So now there are some question answer based on this topic heat. So let's start. Question number first. State similarities and differences between laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer. So student, you all know about clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. So now what you have to do, you have to differentiate. There are some similarities, there are some differences. So first you have to write the similarities between the laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer. So before going to explain this answer, I'm just asking a question: what is a clinical thermometer and what is a laboratory thermometer? As you all learn about the clinical and laboratory thermometer, so I'm going to explain the definition first. So what is a clinical thermometer? Clinical thermometer is a thermometer which is used to measure the human body temperature, which we are using to measure our body temperature, means human body temperature. That thermometer is a clinical thermometer. What is a laboratory thermometer? The thermometer which is used to measure the temperature of other objects other than human beings. Other than human beings, like we want to measure the temperature of water, temperature of air, temperature of any object, temperature of ice, any object. To measure that temperature, we use laboratory thermometer. Okay, so let's start. First, there are some similarities. Both clinical and laboratory thermometer have long, narrow, uniform glass tube. Okay, as you see in a diagram in your book, that they both are made up of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. They are made up of glass tube. Also, nowadays there are uh, digital thermometer are also available in market, but we are talking about the glass thermometer which are having mercury inside. Okay, the bulb of both the thermometer have mercury in them. So they are having a mercury. The bottom part is known as the bulb, and inside the bulb there is a mercury, and mercury is, beta, you have to remember, mercury is a metal, liquid metal. Only liquid metal that we are having, that is mercury. So mercury is having a special property. When mercury gets some heat, it will expand, it will increase their length. So with the help of this property we can measure the temperature. So these are the similarities. Both are made up of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. Both are having mercury in them. Okay, now what are the differences? As we know that the temperature range of laboratory clinical thermometer. First talk about clinical thermometer. The temperature range of clinical thermometer is 35 degrees centigrade to 42 degree centigrade or Celsius, you can say. But the range of laboratory thermometer is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. What is the meaning of range? Range means from where to where we can measure the temperature. With the help of clinical thermometer, we can measure the temperature from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius only. Within this range, within this limit, we can measure. We cannot measure the temperature below 35 degrees Celsius or above 42 degrees Celsius with the help of clinical thermometer. Okay. Next, the range of laboratory thermometer, minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So we can measure the temperature from minus 10 to 110 degree Celsius. Within these limits, within this range, we can measure the temperature. So this is the difference. Second difference, clinical thermometer is used to measure the temperature of human body only. Human body, yes. To measure the temperature of human means we people, if we wants to measure our body temperature, so which thermometer we will use? Simply clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer. However, laboratory thermometer is used to measure the temperature of other objects. Other objects like water, ice, or any solid substance. We wants to measure the temperature, we will simply use laboratory thermometer. Okay, so these are the differences and similarities. Now the question number 2, give two example each of conductor and insulator of heat. Conductor of heat, insulator of heat. So as you know, what are conductor and insulator? Those material which allow heat to pass through them are known as conductors. Those material which do not allow heat to pass through them, are known as insulator or poor conductor or bad conductor. Okay, beta, we have learned about this. Now in this question is only examples. So example of conductors are aluminium, iron, copper, means all metals. You can write any name of any metals in case of conductor. In case of insulator, two example of insulator, you can write more than two example. So what are the insulator? Like wood, plastic, rubber, so many material, glass. These are the material which do not allow heat to pass through them, that are known as insulator, or you can say poor conductor. So student, you also remember the definition. Definition can be asked. Okay. So we have done this while we are explaining the chapter. So you have to remember the definition also. Question number 3, fill in the blanks. The hotness of an object is determined by its temperature. Yes. You know that degree of hotness or coldness is known as temperature. So we have covered this topic in important terms. But while we are doing the important terms, so these topics comes there. What is temperature? The degree of hotness or coldness is known as temperature. Now the question is in the form of fill in the blanks. This question can be asked in the form of MCQs, multiple choice question. It can be a multiple choice question. Multiple choice question can be like this. Hotness of an object is determined by option A, heat, option B, temperature, option C, both A and B, option D, none of the above. So there will be 4 choice. You have to put only the correct choice. So the correct choice will be temperature simply. So this MCQs can be converted into, this fill-ups can be converted into MCQs. Okay, beta. So you prepared yourself for UT1 exam that every question can be asked in the form of MCQs. Short question answer can be asked in the form of MCQs. There will be question and there will be 4 answer. You have to put the correct only on the correct answer. Okay. So this pattern will follow. Now the B part, temperature of boiling water cannot be measured by a dash thermometer. Temperature of boiling water cannot be measured by a clinical thermometer. Yes, if we want to measure the temperature of boiling water, we will use laboratory thermometer, but it cannot be measured by clinical thermometer. We cannot use clinical thermometer to measure the temperature of boiling water. So which thermometer we will use? Simply we will use laboratory thermometer. Okay. So the question can be like this: temperature of the boiling water cannot be measured by dash thermometer. Option A, clinical. Option B, laboratory. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of the above. So cannot measured means clinical. If question is boiling water temperature can be measured, then you will write laboratory. Okay, so prepare yourself in this manner. C part, temperature is measured in degree Celsius. Yes, degree Celsius. Temperature is measured in degree Celsius. Degree Celsius. Degree Celsius is the unit of temperature. As we can measure our body weight in kilograms, as we measure the length in meter, centimeter, as we measure the time in minute, hours, second, day, month. In this form, we can measure the time. In the same way, we can measure the temperature. So what is the unit? In which unit we will measure? It is a degree Celsius. Degree Celsius. D part, no medium is required for transfer of heat by the process of dash. No medium is required. Yes, student. We have discussed about three type of heat transfer: conduction, convection, and radiation. For conduction, medium is required. Conduction is take place in solid. For convection, medium is required. Convection take place in liquid and gases. But what about radiation? For radiation, no medium is required. You can take the example that heat is coming from sun and it reaches to us on earth. In between earth and sun, there is no material medium. There is a huge gap, empty space. No medium is there. No solid, no gases, no liquid. But still, heat is coming from the sun to us on the earth. By which method? Radiation. So we can simply say that for the transfer of heat by the process of radiation, no medium is required. No medium is required for the transfer of heat by the process of radiation. By the process of radiation. So what will be the MCQ's question? No medium is required for the transfer of heat by the process of dash. A part, conduction. B part, convection. C part, radiation. D part, none of the above. Yeah, all of the above. So you will give the answer C option, radiation, or radiation can be B option, it can be A option. So you just remember the correct answer, but there will be 4 answer. Okay, student. So now you are getting my point that in which manner the UT1 exam will be conducted. It will be totally MCQs type. E part, a cold steel spoon is dipped in a cup of hot milk. It transfer heat to its other end by the process. Yes, cold steel spoon. Or you can take an example that you are having a cup of tea, hot cup of tea. Hot tea is inside the cup, and you put a steel spoon inside. After some time, the other end of the steel spoon becomes hot. And if you put the steel spoon in a cold cup of milk or hot cup of milk, the other end maybe gets hot. By which method the heat is transferred? In solid. Steel is a solid, and in solid, in metals, heat is transferred by the method of conduction. By the method of conduction. So this question can be asked in the form of MCQs. So student, every question can be asked in the form of MCQs. You just remember the correct answer only. Okay, so don't worry about the all the question will be MCQs. There are no such MCQs are there. Every question can be converted into MCQ. So don't worry. So cold steel spoon. So what is the concept behind this? Steel spoon. Steel spoon is a solid substance and steel is a conductor of heat. In solid, heat is transferred by the process of conduction. A steel spoon is dipped in a cup of hot milk. It transfers heat to its other end by the process of conduction. Clothes of dark color absorb heat better than clothes of light color. Yes, this is the topic of our previous lecture, the kind of clothes we wear in summer and winter. So dark color clothes, black color clothes will absorb more heat better than the other light clothes. So that is why we wear dark color clothes in winter season and light color clothes in summer season. Question number 4, you simply have to match this column. Match the column is there. It is just simply match the column. So what type of question is this? It based on match the column. Land breeze blow. So land breeze blow during night. Land breeze blow during night. So How this question can be asked in MCQs? So the question can be like this: land breeze blow during A option night, B option day, C option both A and B, D option none of the above. So the question can be like this. But the as you have learnt about sea breeze and land breeze blow during night, sea breeze blow during day. Dark color clothes are preferred during winter. Light color clothes are preferred during summer. So this question will be asked in the form of MCQs. So student, you have to learn the question number 4, that this question will be asked in the form of MCQs. You have to prepare yourself like this. There will be no match the column, but there will be multiple choice question. Land breeze blow during night, sea breeze blow during day, dark color clothes are preferred during winter, light color clothes are preferred during summer. Okay. Now the question number 5, discuss why wearing more layer of clothing during winter keep us warm than wearing just one thick piece of clothing. Why we are doing that? This during the winter we keep wearing one sweater, one shirt, then sweater, then one more sweater is there. So how we do this type of practice? Because as many layer as we wear, there will be a gap between each layer and air will fill in between this layer. And as we know that air is a poor conductor of heat, that air will not allow our body heat will go outside. If our body heat will not go outside, we will we will we will feel warm. Okay, that is why we wear more layer of clothing during winter. During winter, we prefer wearing more layer of clothing than just one thick piece of clothing, because air gets trapped in between the various clothing layer. Air gets trapped between the various clothing layer. Being a poor conductor of heat, air prevent heat loss from our body. Heat loss from our body. It stop the heat loss. Hence, layer of clothing keep us warm than a single layer. So that is why we are using layer of clothing. 2, 3, 4 clothes we will wear during the winter. While we are discussing the chapter, there is a question. What will you prefer? A thick blanket or too thin blanket? Okay, the explanation will be same. We will prefer the too thin blanket because in between the two blanket there is air, and that air will prevent the body heat to go outside. That is why we use two blanket. Here the question is in a different form. Why we prefer to wearing more layer of clothing? Okay. The question number 6, it is a good question. Okay. Look at the figure, mark where the heat is being transferred by conduction, convection, and radiation. So you have to mark this diagram. Okay. Marking should be there. So the transfer of heat from burner to pan, burner to this container, by which method? Radiation. There is no actual contact, but heat is transferring from burner to the pan. If no actual contact is there, then what is this? Radiation. Radiation. Okay. Now the heat is reaches the pan. The heat is transferred from pan to the water. Pan to the water, by which method? There is a direct contact between the bottom surface of the pan, this container, and the water. Direct contact. So heat is transferred from pan to the water. By which method? Conduction. Because pan is a solid, and in solid heat is transferred by conduction. So heat is transferred from the pan to the water, from the pan to the water by conduction. Now, in by which method the heat is transferred in water? As we know that water is a liquid, and in liquid and gases, heat is transferred by convection. So transfer of heat within water is by convection. Okay, students. So simple. From the burner to the pan. From the burner to the pan, it is transferred by radiation. From the pan to the water, it is transferred by conduction because pan is a solid. Within the water, we have also performed an activity in case of water. So within the water, heat is transferred by a convection. By a convection. Question number 7. In places of hot climate, it is advised that the outer wall of houses be painted white. Explain why we do so. As we know that dark color absorb more heat, light color absorb less heat and reflect most of the heat. So in the hot places, in places of hot climate, we want that inside of our house it should be cool, because we are living in a hot climate, hot weather condition. So how can we make inside of our house cool? We can simply paint the outer wall of our house with a light color paint or white color paint, because white or light color paint reflect the most of the heat that fall on it. So it keep the house cool inside. Okay, so in place of hot climate, it is advised to paint the outer wall of house as white, because light color such as white reflect back most of the heat that fall on it. Most of the heat that is coming from the sun, light color or white color will reflect most of the heat. They will not allow that heat to enter into the house. Okay, hence a light color tends to keep the house cool. So inside of our house will be cool if we are using a light color paint on our outer wall of our house. That is the main reason. So now the student MCQ's question, yes, 100% they will come. Okay, every MCQs from chapter 1 to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, every MCQs will comes, because there will be 50 MCQs, 50 questions, and 50 MCQs are not there. So how I will make the question? I will make the question from one line question, or from short question, from match the column, from fill-ups. Okay. So now question number 4 is 1 liter of water at 30 degrees Celsius is mixed water at 50 degrees Celsius. The temperature of the mixture will be. Yes. So the student, we know that the heat will flow from higher temperature to the lower temperature. 1 liter water is 30 degrees Celsius. It is lower temperature. Another 1 liter water is 50 degrees Celsius. So the heat will flow from 50 degrees Celsius to the 30 degrees Celsius. So when the heat is flow from 50 degree, that water cool down, say it comes to the 40 degree. And when the 30 degrees Celsius water, when the water at 30 degrees Celsius, it receives some heat, it gains some heat, its body temperature will increase. Say it becomes 35 or 38 or 39. So the 1 liter water whose temperature is at 30 degree, its temperature will rise, and the temperature of the 50 degree Celsius water will fall. So what will be the temperature? The temperature will lie between 30 and 50 degree. 30 and 50 degrees Celsius, in between 30 and degree Celsius. So the option is D is the correct answer, between 30 degrees Celsius and 50 degree Celsius. The temperature of the mixture will be between 30 degrees Celsius and 50 degrees Celsius. Now the question number 9. In the similar way, you can give the explanation. An iron ball at 40 degrees Celsius is dropped in a mug containing water 40 degrees Celsius. So temperature is same. Iron ball 40 degrees Celsius, water 40 degrees Celsius. So both the object, both the substance are having the same temperature. So there will be no flow of heat. As we know very well, heat will always flow from higher temperature to the lower temperature. If the body are having the same temperature, there will be no flow of heat. No flow of heat. So now look at the option. Flow from iron ball to water? No. Not flow from iron ball to water, or from water to iron ball? Yes. B option is the correct answer, because there will be no flow of heat. Not flow from iron ball to water or from water to iron ball, because both iron ball and water are at same temperature. If there is no temperature difference, no flow of heat. Heat will always flow from higher temperature to the lower temperature. Both are having same temperature, 40 degrees Celsius. There will be no flow of heat. So option B is the correct answer. Increase the temperature of both. No. D option correct nahi hai. Flow from water to iron ball. No. C is not a correct answer. So B is the correct answer. Now the question number 10. A wooden spoon is dipped in a cup of ice cream. Yes. Ice cream. Yes, student. Many of the students are having water in their mouths. Yes. आइसक्रीम का नाम लेते ही मुंह में पानी आ चुका होगा. आइसक्रीम खाएंगे. Yes. So you are using a plastic spoon or wooden spoon. Yes. Its other end. Do its other end becomes cool? No, because wood does not allow heat to pass through them. Wood is a poor conductor, insulator. So becomes cold by the process of conduction? No. Become cold by the process of convection? No. Become cold by the process of radiation? No. Because wood is a poor conductor, wood is an insulator, it does not allow heat to pass through them. So does not become cold. Option D is the correct answer. It does not become cold because it does not allow heat to pass through them. No cooling effect will be there. That is the reason. Okay. So student, you have to learn this question along with the region. Now the question number 11, which is the last question of this chapter. Stainless steel pans are usually provided with copper bottom. As you see in your kitchen, many of the stainless steel pans container are having a bottom of copper. Okay, the bottom is provided with copper. The reason for this could be that. What is the reason behind that? Student, as we know that all the metals are good conductor, but there is a difference in between metal also, which one is the good and which one is the best conductor. So not all the metal conduct heat in equal amount. Some metal are conducting heat, transferring heat in less amount. Some metals are transferring heat in very more big amount, more amount. Okay. So copper bottom makes the pen more durable. Durable means more strong. No, that is not the reason. Such pens appear beautiful, appear colorful. No, that could not be the reason. Copper is a better conductor of heat than stainless steel. Yes, this is the reason. Copper is the best conductor, better conductor, good conductor as compared to the stainless steel. Stainless steel is also good conductor, but copper is the best conductor as compared to stainless steel. So copper is easier to clean than stainless. No, that could not be the reason. So only reason is the C. Copper is better conductor of heat than stainless steel. That is why stainless steel pans are usually provided with copper bottom. Bottom is made up of copper, or yes, it is made up of copper because copper is a good conductor, better conductor as compared to stainless steel. So student, let's do quick